Hey guys, Ed Diaz here with Movement Mortgage, and I'm here with this lady, Patricia Defonte.
Defonte, yes.
Did I? Oh, it's Defonte.
Defonte.
See, I have to continue to practice this. But anyway, we're here with Patricia.
Yes.
And the reason why I have her here is because she is one of those stellar estate planning attorneys. And I don't get the chance a lot, actually, to interview really great estate planning attorneys. So thank you very much for being on my YouTube channel.
I'm glad to be here. I've never been on a YouTube channel before.
Hey, there's always a first time.
Maybe I'll be somebody's favorite YouTuber. I don't know.
There you go. Maybe this will go viral.
Yes.
And all of a sudden your phone is ringing out the hook. You'll have to get a new phone.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your estate planning practice. And my understanding is that you have a little bit of a niche that you are in. And if that's the case, and rumor is true, when did you get into the little niche and why did you get into estate planning of all things? Because my understanding also is that you were practicing a different kind of law before.
I was. I've been a lawyer since 2002.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
And now it's 2017. So since the Stone Age, back when we used word perfect. And I did entertainment and intellectual property law.
Okay.
My background before that was in television production.
Oh, wow.
So it was a good, smooth transition for me. And I stopped practicing for quite a while because being a stay-at-home mom was a lot of fun. Estate planning is a fantastic practical choice for someone who wants to have a lot of control over their life, over their time. And if you don't want to build out a huge firm initially, it's something you can really do on your own. You don't need the enormous copy machine.
Right.
It's
Overhead,
not, you don't
all
need
this
paralegals.
Right.
But what I found is that it's the most emotionally satisfying area of law that I've ever worked in. I work with a lot of people who are in similar circumstances to me. I'm a mother, I'm married, we have 2 small children, and we're afraid of what would happen to them if something happened to us. We worked with a
fear.
Yeah. We worked with a great attorney when we got ours done years ago. And one of the things that he did is he taught us how a trust and a guardianship nomination work together. 2 separate documents work together to create a mission and a vision for your children if you're not here.
I never heard it put that way. Okay, a mission and a vision.
A mission and a vision, yes.
Okay.
So the trust has all the money in it.
Correct.
And the trustee disperses that money according to the rules that you set in place. So we can do things like, we're going to pay, of course, for health, education, maintenance, support. But how about also buy a house? What about if your child has a child? Let's pay for that child's health, education, maintenance, and support. What about starting a business? What about matching any funds that your child puts into their retirement account?
What about who's going to do what if you do pass away? Like who's going to take the kids to school?
Yeah, and that's where the guardianship
clothes,
nomination
all
comes
these
in.
things.
It's really important to name an interim guardian, that person who's right there on the ground and knows the everyday, knows the teachers, the friends, all the play dates, and all the extracurriculars that the child does, somebody who's really in the day-to-day mix.
Yeah.
Because even if your guardians are, say, your sister who lives, half the city away, she may not know all that because she's working full-time. And so even if she can take the children immediately, she doesn't know their day-to-day, but you have someone who does.
That's a good point.
And that guardianship nomination, we're saying say there are elderly grandparents who live in India or in Colombia or in Europe, and you want to bring them here. Well, the trust can pay for that, and then the guardian of the person organizes that and makes sure that the children have that time with really important family members.
I mean, there's a lot of little details that most people, correct me if I'm wrong, really don't think about. I mean, we all think that we're going to live forever, and unfortunately things happen. I mean, we're seeing, boy, the last 2 years, look how many celebrities have passed away unexpectedly. Things
with
happen.
out-of-state plans?
Prince being one of them. Didn't even have a will, my understanding. He died intestate, right?
Yes.
So the key here, guys and gals, is that it's important to dot your I's and cross your T's and to have a plan together. I mean, this is post fires up in Sonoma and Napa County. Look how many people just left with nothing. They didn't have any kind of preparation, and so there was insult to injury is really what I'm saying. And don't be that person who creates insult to injury because you didn't have a plan in place. The old saying is that most people don't plan on failing, they just fail to plan.
Yes.
And so having a session with Patricia is so important that you at least sit down and start to create that roadmap. Because would you say, you tell me, in your opinion, what percentage of people in the United States do not have an estate plan?
Oh, I think the statistic is about 75%.
And I think that's conservative, honestly.
I think it is conservative. I think a lot of people are lying.
In the high 80s, if not low 90s.
Yes.
I think most people do not have a plan in place because we're just living our everyday lives. We are a very fast and very busy society, and so we always use the excuses of, well, I'll do it tomorrow, I'll get to it this weekend, right now I'm super busy, I'll get to it later. And then later becomes 5 years, and later becomes 10 years, and later becomes walking chair, right?
Yep.
So you want to make sure that you're not one of those people that gets caught off guard, because remember, it's the point that you have kids, it's really not even about you anymore, it's really about your kids.
Estate planning is always about who you love and who's counting on you.
Ooh,
and as you go through the estate
well
planning
said.
process, we're not just looking at what happens when you die, because the big question is, what if you live? You have all these things and opportunities that you want your children to have or your loved ones to have, and it's all funded if you die because you have life insurance. What if you live? Do you have a financial advisor? Are you properly insured?
Oh, that's a huge one.
You have homeowners insurance, but then you remodeled. So are you insured at the right amounts? Or if something happens to your house, are you going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars out because
100% correct.
you didn't have that readjusted?
So, in closing, what are some of the pieces to an estate plan that people absolutely must have?
Everybody absolutely must have an advanced healthcare directive and a durable power of attorney, because what's scarier than dying is not being able to take care of yourself if you're alive and not having a plan for that.
Wow. I just got even more scared right now. Can you tell on my face? I mean, honestly, that is 100% true. I mean, even things like, if you're dying, do you want the plug pulled or not? It's all these really tough conversations, but you gotta have them.
The two people who love you the most will fight.
Right.
And then someone gets to win, but they're not winning anything. They get to wake up for the rest of their life wondering if they did the right thing.
Look, I'm a big believer that if one person fails, we all fail. That's just the way I feel. I believe in community, and I believe that we all should win. When the tide goes up, all the boats need to be lifted up. So, how do people get a hold of you?
DefonteLaw.com. DEFONTE law.com.
And then is there a phone number if they want to call you?
415-902-0946.
So give her a call.
Give me a
really,
call.
seriously.
Give me a text.
Especially if you have kids, call her like as soon as you watch this video. Have a great day.